Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that I tried doing this video over and over. I know, well, I was trying to do this video over and over. It's just some things had to be dealt with. Like my cat wanted out of my room, and I tried this take 2 times, and this time I'm going to make it official to do this video. But this is for the decent to good movies of 2021 so far video. So I'm going to discuss what I watched this year for the decent to good movies of 2021 so far, uh, from 1 to 12, and let you know my thoughts on each movie. So let's start with the first one, which is The White Tiger. Now this had Priyanka Chopra in it, Nick Jonas's wife, and this movie was good. Just a little violent, but and intense, but it's a pretty good movie. Well, good movie, I should say. It's been a little bit since I've seen it, but I remember watching it on Netflix back in January, and I quite enjoyed it as a whole. Uh, it's about this guy, this Indian guy or whatever, who lives in the slums, and he goes up big to becoming a little successful, and then he has his own business towards the end of the movie, and there's a reason behind it, how he got into business with certain thing that he does, but it involves something having to do with violence. But there's some intense violent moments in this movie, but overall I think The White Tiger was really good. So I gave it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, uh at number 1 I picked The White Tiger. Number 2 I picked The Marksman. This has what's his name? Liam Neeson in the movie, and he's not too bad in the movie. Just the movie felt like it was a little dull at times at certain areas in the movie, but no, I didn't hate this movie that much. Uh, I think it could have used a little more work, but for what it was going for, it wasn't so bad. He has to protect his family, and uh, or the kid or whatever, and he does eventually protect the kid, but he has people coming after the kid and all that, so he has to protect the kid from danger or whatever it is, but pretty much a cartel is coming after him, and they're pissed. So, yeah, it was a pretty intense movie, but it was a decent movie for what it was going for. The script wasn't bad, but it didn't execute as well over me as I thought it would. So yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I stick by that rating. So at number 2, I picked The Marksman. At number 3, I picked The Little Things. This movie has drifted apart from me mostly. It's not apart from me, just most likely I felt a little less interested in this now. After watching it the first time and giving it an 8 out of 10, I might have to downgrade it now due to the fact that there were moments where it was just somewhat boring for the 2 hours and 9-minute runtime. But Jared Leto did a pretty solid job in this movie, even though he played a weird character, and a very weird character, I should say. But uh, still, the movie didn't do so bad. Denzel Washington was good in this, and Rami Malek was very good in this too. So, the movie, I'd give it an average score of a 7.5 now. It's, like I said, it's grown apart from me because I haven't really watched it as much, but it wasn't a bad movie. So, at number 3, I picked The Little Things. Number 4, I picked Coming to America, the sequel to the first Coming to America, with Eddie Murphy in it, and Phineas Hall or something like that. I don't know what it was again, his acting name, but he was pretty good in it. The movie was not bad, but the script was. Eh. Sorry about that noise. It's someone driving their car. Uh, Street racing, I guess you could say, or racing down the street. I don't know. There's some idiots in my neighborhood, to be honest. Where I live at, but still, this movie wasn't bad. He pretty much finds his bastard son, Eddie Murphy does, and Leslie Jones is in this, and the jokes really don't land as much as I thought. It gets funny at the beginning, then towards the middle of the movie, they try one joke and it just falls flat, and Leslie Jones overperforms in this movie and tries to make up jokes that don't really seem funny, and it's disappointing. But in my opinion, I think Coming to America will probably get a 7 out of 10. It's decent. So at number 4, I picked Coming to America. Number 5, I picked Boogie. This was about a basketball player named Boogie. This is his street name. And it's not a bad movie. It was fairly decent. He pretty much wants to prove himself to, instead of going to a certain uh, basketball team in China or whatever. His mom wanted him to go there, and then later on they find out, oh, well, they signed a contract that keeps him there in China, and he didn't want to go at first, and he couldn't get out of that contract, so he has to leave for China, unfortunately, towards the end of the movie. So this movie felt a little distant for me and fell short of the runtime it was going for, but it wasn't a bad movie. So it's not the best movie, but it's something we got through the year. So number 5, I picked Boogie. Number 6, I picked Godzilla vs. Kong. This actually surprised me. The action scenes are better than some of the characters in the movie, but they did a much better job in this movie than King of the Monsters Godzilla movie. That movie kind of bored me, to be honest. It's not my favorite Godzilla movie because some of the human characters in that movie sounded like robots in that fucking movie. So that movie kind of irritated me at times with how the actors are acting in the movie. So, yeah. And Millie Bobby Brown returns in this movie as her character, original character from King of the Monsters. And she wasn't that bad in this one. So she did a little bit of a better job. But there were some characters in this movie that didn't really strike me as interesting. But overall, I think this movie did alright for what it was going for the runtime. The action scenes are the best thing in the movie that you're going to find. So I stick by my rating of an 8 out of 10 I gave it. So number 6, I picked Godzilla vs. Kong. Alright, at number 7, I picked, well, this is a movie I actually bought on DVD or Blu-ray not that long ago. Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie. That's the back of it. It's actually got a cool picture in the back. So, yeah, when I was playing this movie, to be honest, I got a little story to tell you here. I played it, and right after I finished the movie, the screen on my Xbox and the TV as well glitched. It pretty much didn't I had to restart my system because I thought there was a problem with my Xbox because it felt like it was overheating. And then it just, I don't know, for some reason every time I'm gonna be playing this movie, there's gonna be something defective wrong with it. Uh so the movie was good. It was a good watch, but I wouldn't consider it my favorite movie this year. Some of the action scenes were the best. Like the fatality with Liu Kang and uh Natari. That that fatality there was so good. It was the best thing, and the opening scene with Sub-Zero and uh Scorpion was very good. But the ending scene of that fight was pretty solid too. I wouldn't say the best fight, but the beginning was very good. Until there's some filler through most of the movie. But execution wise, it did a good job for what it was going for. But every time I'm gonna play that movie now, it's just gonna fritz, and I have to change channels in order to see the picture on my Xbox because it cleared out the picture and showed a black screen, and I was really concerned. So I'm like, maybe I should get it on DVD, but I don't know. Pretty much I'm thinking about selling it because I don't know. I could keep it, but yeah, I don't know. There's something wrong with the disc for some reason. But at number 7, I picked Mortal Kombat. It's a good movie, and maybe I'll keep this movie, but if I kind of want to get another copy, to be honest, because there's something wrong with this disc. Now I'm gonna show one final movie, and the movie I'm gonna talk about at number 8 is Wrath of Man. I actually got to pick this up today, and it's a really good movie. It was a good movie. The action scenes and some of the past scenes that they show, like flashback scenes, weren't so bad. They executed not too bad. This movie really interested me, and I quite enjoyed it for the runtime it was going for almost 2 hours. So you're in for quite an enjoyable movie. Uh, the action scenes are good. It's about Jason Statham getting revenge on Scott Eastwood, and he applies for this job as uh, an armed security guard or whatever, and pretty much he has to transport money to a certain place, and then Scott Eastwood and his team are going after these armed security trucks and robbing them and taking their money. And what happened was Jason Statham's son in the movie got shot down by Scott Eastwood, the character he played, and then that's where he seeks revenge and vengeance against him and goes after his ass. So that's when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's what's going on. That's why he was joining this armed security guard team and all that. But overall, the movie did execute very well. Um, it may be the movie of the year for the good movie of the year. I don't know. We'll just wait and see. But at number 8, I picked Wrath of Man. This movie, of course. It was a good movie. Highly recommend you check it out. I'm going to have to end this video here and then return to you for the last 4 numbers, which is from 9 to 12. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the first 8 topics I talked about. Titles from 1 to 8 if you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll return to you for part 2 for this decent to good movies of 2021 so far. This is going to be the first part, and it is a lengthy part, so yeah. But stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next review, or video, of course.